Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and this is Aha the Nan. And I really want to make a video about daily mysteries, everyday discoveries. Because this is going to be a number one on learning about like daily mysteries. So let's get dive into the video. Leave a comment down below, give me your suggestions down below, give me your feedback so I can be able to get you positive messages. And just make sure to like and comment and subscribe. And then hit the notification bell. And you can maybe do that. And then you can maybe check out my videos. And yeah, let's get into the video. Number one. So my number one tip is I really want to talk about daily mysteries and everyday discoveries. See, because sometimes you need to find something that you have to watch out for, because sometimes you have to find out what the clues are like. But but see when you're trying to figure out what clues you're looking for. You're looking for something detailed as because sometimes when you're trying to process, mysterious figures, sometimes you want to try to learn to ensure that you're not going to feel overwhelmed by making discoveries and about it's about your plans that you want to operate. But once you get to have something logical, you have to be more logic. You have to be showing more compassion for what you're aiming at for and how you're gaining that interest of thought. That's called the theory of mindfulness. But when you're still struggling to get the operation operates of daily mysteries and everyday discoveries. It means you have to discover something every day to look for mysteries, something that could be up to your daily routine. That's what it's like. That's what it feels like. Sometimes you have to find something that discovers your future, something that discovers your life, something that you can easily find something that you want to discover is maybe your experiences, such as when you're going out to places for for nothing to expect, like something you have to not have a keep do not have a sensation of giving up, and just trying to figure out what you're trying to do to get something prepared for yourself, and then you're just trying to end that anxiety feedback is to try to let go of what you can cause you to get rid of stress is to try ignore it. You have to try something, find something to do, and find something that you like, and that's what it says. That's what it says. So that's when you have to find some discoveries what you like to do for your future. And yeah, that's my number one. And number two, it's called why do explanations. Why do I mean by why do explanations? It means that you're trying to explain about what questions that you're asking for, but it's like when you're trying to develop your interests of trying to understand about what the explanation is, but having an explanation in your head means that you're still trying to understand why you're struggling to answer the questions, is that you're trying to understand why do you explain everything about yourself, about like you're good at science, you're good at doing like artwork, and that's something that could be like art and crafts, like something that you'd be proud of and that you'd be able to accomplish and being able and to introduce to something that could be particularly important to your skill level. So that's like it could be a simple reality of what you can aim and what you could do to get to survive that is to find a mechanism that can give you the defensive systematics, which can actually help you to defend your negative feedbacks from other negative because of the judgments means that you cannot explain something that might judge you for what you're trying to say when you're recording this on camera. That's what it feels like. Sometimes when you're trying to explain something, it means you're trying to explain something more detail rather than something that's more automatic. Because sometimes when you're trying to explain something while you do explanations, it's a sign that you're trying to explain something in a manual way rather than automatic. That's like people who might not understand it means they can't get the information that they need. That's like they need to understand how to be more aware, to be open-minded. If you could no longer to get like bad temporary issues with the way how your system server network is working. Like that's like you've got to let the brain do the job. You've got to let everything going on in your head explain something and say, I explain that I'm pretty well good at science. I can easily multitask or calculate the settings of what I could possibly basically make. Just so I can make it more detaily, make it more understanding to get that detail in and just to get the format ticks out of the way, just to, so I can be able to get the interest back up again. That's what it is. That's what it means. Number three, the growth science. Now, this is going to be very interesting. See, because sometimes what happens if you don't go for a shower 4 or 5 days in a row, but if you don't go for showers daily every day, then sometimes you're not going to think, okay, maybe you need to get ready, maybe you need to try look after yourself, look after your personal hygiene level, is to try be static. You got to try learn to be static. Which what I mean by being learn to be static means you're trying to learn to try control your results or what you can aim to get to the measurement, so that you can easily make adaptations to your obligations, what you don't want to get in evidence. If you don't get clean for the past 3 days, then you're going to get really unwell. You're going to get really sick. You're going to get really completely contaminated by the bad bacteria in your body. That's not good, because sometimes you have to remember is sometimes you have to try understand why the science of looking after your personal hygiene is important. It's because you have to get rid of the bad bacteria, such as your hair, your armpits, maybe your your body parts. I'm not going to be inappropriate, so I'm not going to be something inappropriate. So I say something that could be really, fully accommodated, just so that I can easily adapt how to get clean and how to look after your personal hygiene. So you have to go for a shower, you have to go for a bath, you have to try keep wearing clean clothes every day. Remember to change your socks, or maybe try change always try change pants, and yeah, just something like that. Yeah, you have to change your clothes. Yeah, this is how you can be able to look after your personal hygiene. That's why you have to try realize something in what you could recall on making that decision. It's about responsibility. Once you make a responsibility, then you're good. Then you could be able to go for a nice shower, relax, and just try. Remember, don't just try avoid when you want to change to clean clothes. Just try not eat, and don't put chocolate over you. Don't eat chocolate if you can't help it. You don't eat chocolate when you put chocolate on the choosers, because you're going to still struggle to keep your clothes clean. Because sometimes I'm not mess, sometimes I'm clean, sometimes I might be messy. It depends on my hygiene. So yeah, that's how I can make a video about. So look, it's just to remember to tell you, it's just to look after your personal hygiene and go for a shower every day. That's how it works. And number four is food chemistry, and I'm going to maybe try to talk about what the food chemistry means. It means I'm talking about stuff like food bacteria, or maybe can contaminate when the food is not probably ready to eat, like something like that. But basically, sometimes it can be scientifically very very slightly important to try and remember is to try not eat foods that are filled with bacteria. Just for example, if cheese was lying on the dirty ground and you picked it up and you eat it, then how would you feel? Yeah, you would feel like, oh, my stomach's aching, oh, I'm gonna be sick, oh, I'm gonna about to get really dizzy, I'm gonna about to get really bad side effects. No, that's not how it works. Because see, when you put cheese on the dirty ground, you shouldn't eat it, because it's gonna get bacteria with a lot of germs on it. So don't recommend eating cheese when it's put it back in the fridge and eat it after it's been lying on the ground on a hard surface and it's dirty germs. No, that's not how that should be, because that's why you have to pay attention on what you're trying to do to survive, to rebalance the bacteria of bad growth. Like that's gonna be really toxic, because it can be really pretty toxic to your body. Sometimes it can actually deactivate your immune system, which you should never ever be uncared for. Just so you will be able to be caring about your hygiene, about your food intakes before you eat it, before you drink something. If it's not going to be full of bacteria, then you're good. Then you're in good hands. So that's what you have to remember to try keep never pick up cheese on the hard dirty ground, which is the floor in the house. Don't pick it up, put it in the bin, and then just chuck it away, because you shouldn't eat it. Okay, that's how the germs will not even affect you. So you're in good hands. Thumbs up though. good hands. Number 5, I think it's best to try to keep foods into date. See, when you put foods in the fridge and you're just trying to learn to collect the foods in the fridge, it's because you're still not learning to keep the foods clean, because it can actually cause it to be really completely difficult to try eat foods if it's out of date. If it gets out of date, then you will get sick. Because see, when you eat foods when it's out of date, then I think there's a chance it's already been overdated, and that means you can't eat it, because that be a sign it needs to go away. That needs to be skipped, needs to get trashed. It really needs to go away, because if you eat it when it's out of date, then you'll get really bad stomach cramps, and trust me, you will get bad bacterial growth. So you don't want that. So yeah, that's what happens if you try to eat foods in the fridge when it's not collectible to eat. Then don't eat it when it's out of date, because it's too dangerous. Shouldn't eat it. It's toxic. Not good for the blood cells either. And that's why you have to keep foods into date, and that's good. That means if you're eating foods into date, then you're allowed to eat it. You're allowed to eat it. You're allowed to try to enjoy your foods without having problems with your bacteria. If it's going to overweigh us, then don't take the ones that's out of date, because that could be really toxic, because it can cause like temporal side effects which you can't even recognize the symptoms of it. But just remember, be clarified of it, and just don't worry too much. Everyone's good. If you're doing the into dates one, then you're good. So nothing to worry about, guys. It's fine. You can eat the into dates foods in the fridge. You can be able to. You can only recommend to eat it when it's clean. So then you're good. So that's how you can eat foods in the fridge when it's clean, but no dirty foods, because it can be caused to be really completely danger signs of bacterial contamination. So be careful. Be mindful to be careful of that. So hope we go for that. Alright guys, I think that's today's learning video. Hope you enjoyed my scientific learning video. I did struggle because I kept stuttering, because my head keeps going blank all the time. It keeps going switching on and off, because it's just because I have a hard time to learn to be scientific. It's because sometimes having to be like, I had to experience a sore throat overuse of my voice box. That's why I'm not being able to catch my words when I'm speaking on camera. It's because I was nervous. It's because I was not being able to get to organize my thoughts. It's a part of a learning process I can get used to. But in the future, I will get used to making scientific videos. If I keep uploading this every single day, then every day I will practice and get better at it. And I will let you know what is going to happen soon. I will make in a plans for any suggestions. If I can get some new ideas in my brain to get new content qualifications, and I will let you know when that will be planned officially in an individual way, and I will let you know when that's going to get completely sorted out. And yeah guys, thanks for watching, and remember to catch you soon. Remember, and just don't forget to check out my scientific playlists, and I'll try make new playlists in the future when I get the chance, and I'll let you know. Alright guys, hope this video turns out very well.